Hi, it's Sarah, Ireland. Let's do some neck releases. So for this practice, you'll need a block and just a hand towel, and then just come into a seat whenever you're ready. So in your cross-legged seat, just close your eyes for a moment, and even though we're gonna work specifically on releasing the neck, let's first connect to the breath, as that breath connection makes everything just so much more accessible to us. So just settle in, close your eyes, and put your focus on your breath. There's nothing to change or fix, just simply noticing where your breath is moving your body. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. A couple more times, just like that. Big inhale. Breathe everything out. Now one more time, big breath. And breathe it all out. And then just open your eyes and just lean into one leg, forearm just leaning, opposite hand on the knee. Just kind of hang out here for a little bit, sensing into your hip, your back, your shoulder, your neck. And even though our focus is on the neck, you know, the recognition that as we all know, everything is so deeply connected. So we can't just isolate the neck, we gotta move through the whole body a little bit. So just go ahead and really lean into that forearm, really press into that inner leg, inner knee. And just feel the shoulder girdle just kind of drop away from your ears. Take a nice big inhale. And again, we'll breathe it out the mouth. Let your jaw get really soft and heavy. Do that a couple more times. Nice big inhale. Shoulders nice and released, and one more time, big breath in. Maybe a little more pressure on the hand if it feels okay. Deep breath. And breathe out. And then just come right up to the middle. Nice and easy, no big deal. Lean to the other side. So a little weight of the forearm on the thigh. Again, entire like shoulder girdle, front, back, and side, just kind of dripping away from your ears. Take a breath and give yourself a little lean there. Maybe a little pressure on the opposite hand into the leg. Feeling into knees, hips, low back, shoulders, neck. Take a nice big inhale. 2 more, big inhale. Just one more time. Maybe a little more lean, maybe a little more pressure, but do what feels right in your body. A deep breath. And breathe it all out. Just come up to a nice tall seat. We're gonna lean back into the hands. I'm just gonna turn to the side so you can see. So lean back into your hands. Your feet are a little bit wider than your hips, maybe about the width of your yoga mat. Walk your fingertips back, fingertips face back behind you. And just take a nice, easy, like really simple rock of your knees side to side. So we're doing a little internal and external rotation in the thighs, in the hip socket there. And then you might get a little like massage across your butt. It's kind of nice. And then we're also getting a really gentle twist, a little easy, nice twist there. Just kind of loosening up the whole back body there. And just one more time, and your breath is just in and out, no big deal. And then coming back to the center, and let both feet soften into the mat. You might need to scooch back a little bit if your booty crawled forward like mine did. Scooch back a little bit and then walk your fingertips back again. Take a nice deep breath here as you kind of send your butt bones down into the floor and lift up through your chest. Big inhale. And then with your exhale, keep the chest lifted and the throat a little bit open there, not dropping your head back, but just open. And then just bend your elbow straight back to get an opening across the chest. We're just gonna breathe here, big breath in. Breathing in through the nose, jaws nice and relaxed, and exhale, breathe out. A couple more times, nice big breath in. kind of feeling the front of your body puff up a little bit. And out. Now one more time, big breath. And exhale out. And then right in the same position, bending the elbows back, maybe just a little bit more, as long as you don't feel any strain across the shoulders. You're gonna push down into both hands evenly. And it's as if, you won't move, but it's as if you were drawing your butt back. So just getting into those shoulders a little more deeply. And you'll feel the elbows kind of move in toward each other, the shoulders move in toward each other. Take another deep breath into the chest there, belly, ribs, and chest expanding on the inhalation, big breath. And exhale, just super mindful that you're not pushing into strain and discomfort. Just let it be a nice, easy opening. Little bit of pressure into the palms. Try to drag yourself back a tiny bit. Big inhale. Exhale, just kind of let everything relax and get a little bit easier. Let's just do that one more time. Push into the palms like you're trying to slide your butt back using the strength of your arms. Deep breath into the chest. And exhale. Let everything release. We're just going to crawl right back up to that nice easy pose. Crossed legs, hands rest on the thighs. And again, the entire shoulder girdle, just feel it like softening and releasing away from your ears. Feel the crown of the head rise. Just noticing sensation in your body. And now let's come up onto hands and knees. Just gonna move my props aside. Hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You're gonna press palms into the floor, tuck the toes. Make sure your hands are really right underneath your shoulders, not slightly forward, but directly underneath. Tuck your toes, lift your sit bones, and gaze forward. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Now nice and slowly, like you're trying to move one bone at a time. Start to dip your tailbone under you. Keep pressing evenly into both hands. Don't lock your elbows. And your breath is just steady here as you drop the tailbone under you. And again, you're really working hard. It's actually much more effort than it might look, where you're really dropping down through the tailbone and trying to move up your spine, one bone, and then the next bone, and then all the way up. Feel the rib cage press toward the sky, and then the space between the shoulder blades. Drop your head. Keep your head dropped. Keep the upper back rounded. We're going to try to stay with the rounded upper back as long as you possibly can. As you start to tip your tailbone up toward the sky, slowly, once again, trying to move one bone, then the next bone, then the next bone. Like imagine it, see it in your mind's eye as you articulate the bones one at a time as you go through the middle back, like around the rib cage now, and then up between the shoulder blades. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, send the center of your chest forward, and finally lift your head. And you could lift your head just as far as feels right? If it doesn't feel good on the neck, to bring it up and gaze completely forward. Just a slight lift will do. And then we're going to take our props, our towel and our block, and you're just going to take that block and sit right back on it between your heels. You can take it either this way or this way, whichever feels best. I like it this way at its lowest level. I feel like it gives me a nice wide seat. And then just settle in here for a moment. Let your shoulders get really easy down the back. We're gonna take some neck rolls here. Fingertips onto the floor with a little bit of effort. So like a little bit of trying to crawl your fingertips away from you. Lengthen up through the spine and draw your head back a little bit. So you know you're not here in this kind of forward head position. Just draw the head back a little bit. I like the sense of like my back teeth are kind of floating upwards, if that makes any sense. And from here, we're just going to drop the chin down to the chest, just as far as feels okay. And then tracing along the line of your right collarbone, let your right chin melt over to the right shoulder, gazing over the right shoulder top. And then you're just going to drop your head back just a tiny bit and lift your nose up as if you were drawing a big circle around across the ceiling. Over to the left, drop your chin down towards your chest, all the way across to center. And again, same side, over to the right, looking down over the shoulder top, then lifting, ear is like kind of dropping back a little bit, nose up toward the sky, all the way around, turning over to the left, draw your chin down toward your shoulder top, trace that collarbone to center, One more time this direction. And you don't have to make these like super duper big, just moving through your range of motion that feels like a little bit of a challenge, like no pain, no like incredible discomfort, but a little bit of a challenge as you come back to center. And then go back the other way, over to the left, little reach to the fingertips, drop your ear back, try not to lean, just leaning the head back, but not the torso. And then over to the right side, chin down, and to chest, over to the left, and up. Like again, you're just making this huge circle with the tip of your nose. Down, tuck the chin down to the shoulder top and to center. One more time. Left, a little back, way up, over to the right, chin down, and then all the way around to center. Let everything relax. Bring your hands on your thighs, elbows rest at the sides. Take a nice deep inhale and a big exhale. Coming up onto hands and knees, you can take your block and towel aside again. Have them ready. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Bring the entire shoulder girdle down and away from the ears, and extend through the crown of the head. Like kind of first scrunch up a little bit, and then think about, I don't know if this visualization works, but like a turtle coming out of its shell. So your head is coming forward away from your shoulders as your shoulders are gently moving back. Keep that, step 1 foot at a time back into plank pose, feet and hips width apart. Draw your ribs up toward your spine, take a breath. Exhale, lift the butt bones up, and then let your head drop down last. Head lands in between your arm bones. And notice how this feels around the neck and shoulders. If it feels like a little bit crowded, go ahead and lean a little bit to one side. As you turn the opposite fingertips, it's going to be hard to see on the video, but fingertips are very slightly turned outward, and maybe the hands are a little bit wider than the shoulders. And then melt your way back into your down dog and see if that gives you a little more space and freedom around your neck. And take a nice big breath into your back, breathe out your mouth. 2 more, deep inhale. Breathe out. Deep breath. And breathe out. We're going to take a little walk to the front of the mat. Bend your knees, crawl your hands forward. Feet inner hips width apart. When you arrive, take a breath and release the entire upper body. Shake your head a little no and a little yes. And then interlace your fingers behind your head at the base of your skull. And let your elbows get super heavy and let your neck get a little traction. Keep a little energy between the inner thighs, so you're not letting the legs just kind of go to sleep here, but you're using them a little bit. Take a deep breath. Release your fingertips, bend your knees a lot more. Drop your tailbone under you, chin to chest. Roll up to stand. Lift your shoulders. Let that kind of help you pick your head up, and then slowly let the shoulders melt down the back. And then just a little fascia release. This is for like the front of the body. We're going to take your right arm up and over your head like so, and then the left arm is going to come right in front. So left arm in front of right, right hand is on the left forearm. Let your shoulders get a little bit easier on the back. You can even make a fist with your left hand. So fist and left hand, and press the right hand into the forearm. Draw your head back, so make sure you're not here. Draw your head back, release your shoulders a little bit, try not to lean. And then you're gonna push your right hand down into your left forearm, and you'll resist as you push the forearm down. So my left arm is pushing up into my right, and my right is pushing down. You don't need a whole lot of effort. As you come down about halfway at shoulder height, you're just gonna turn your head away from your left arm. So you're turning your head away and over to the right on a little bit of a diagonal, and then press all the way down. Let everything relax. Bring both arms back up overhead. We'll do 4 more. Press your right hand into your left forearm. A little bit of effort, not a lot. You don't need to strain. And as you press, keep your head back a little bit. Your breath is steady. And when you get about halfway, you'll turn your head away. Head is going over to the right, away from your left arm, all the way down. Relax. Arms come up and breathe. Bring your head back. Push right hand into left. Halfway down. Start to turn your head away and to the right. Keep that pressure. Hand into forearm, forearm pressing up into the hand as you come all the way down. 2 more. Relax, come up. Push, your head is back. Your knees are nice and easy. You're breathing. Halfway down, turn the head. And come on up, feels so good. This last one, maybe a little bit more effort. Not a lot, don't strain. Push down with the right hand, up with the left forearm. Shoulder height, you're gonna turn the head, drop it back away. Arms come all the way down, and then just relax, let your head come back up to center. Notice what you feel, and we'll do the other side. So fist with the right hand as it comes up over the head, elbows bent, and then left hand goes right into the right forearm. Shoulders relaxed, head drawn back a little, breath is steady. Push down with your left hand, up with the right forearm. Pressing down at shoulder height. You'll turn your head over to the left, let it drop back a little bit. Keep pushing in both directions as the arms come all the way down. Relax, arms float up, head pulls back, push. Left hand into right forearm and then resist, keep pushing. Halfway down, turn the head, let it drop back a little bit, kind of like you smell something bad. Come up, relax, head back, breath is steady. Push. Up with the right forearm, down with the left hand. Head tips back and away, all the way down. And relax, 2 more. Push and breathe. Shoulder height, head drops away, all the way down. Last one, come on up. Maybe a little more effort than you've done so far here, but don't strain. Push and breathe. Turn your head, drop it back a little bit, all the way down. And then relax both arms, your head floats. Stand and breathe. And now we'll use our block for the next one. You're gonna hold your block in your right hand and take your left fingertips to your right shoulder. Give yourself a little chicken wing here. And the reason for doing this, by the way, is to remind yourself, like, because you can feel your shoulder, to keep that shoulder rolled sort of up and back. So you're really engaging the space underneath the shoulder blade behind you and like bringing that down and in. And then you're going to take your block underneath your arm and give it a little hug there. Really important to keep this space open. And then we're just going to take a nice deep breath. Exhale and give that block a squeeze. Squeeze it, I don't know, about maybe 25% of your effort, and hold it for 3. Don't hold your breath. Keep this space open. 2, 1, and relax. See if you can initiate from the space below the shoulder blade. So pulling that down in first and hold and squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Deep breath. Exhale, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. One more time, I think. Relax. And give it a squeeze and hold for 3, 2, 1. And relax. Let your arm come down, take the block away. Just pause there for a moment, kind of give that left arm a little shake out. Just notice sensation, maybe turning your head a little bit, just noticing what you feel. And we'll do the other side. So right fingertips come onto the shoulder top. Roll that chicken wing up and back and down, engaging that space underneath your scapula, underneath your shoulder blade behind you. And then squeeze the block. Try to keep this oops, sorry, keep this space open so you're not rolling that shoulder forward. Keep it on the back. Take a breath. Exhale, give it a squeeze and hold for 3, 2, 1. Don't hold your breath, let go. Roll the shoulder blade like you're trying to initiate from that space behind you. Give it a squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. And 3 more. Shoulder blade down the back and hold and squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and release. Shoulder blade down the back, squeeze and hold and breathe for 3. Bellies release. 2, 1, and relax. One more time. Shoulder down the back and squeeze it for 3, 2, 1, and relax. So just put your block down and return to face the front of your mat. And now you know the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the chia seed pudding. Just gaze straight ahead, which I'm kind of obsessed with right now. And take a nice deep breath. Float both arms high. Big inhale, look up. Maybe you sense a fair amount of freedom around the shoulders and neck. And then exhale, drop down into forward fold. Let your head go completely. Inhale to lift and lengthen up halfway. Exhale, maybe taking the hands out a little bit wider, slight turn outward of the fingertips as you step into plank pose. Take a breath in plank. Gently draw the ribs in and up. Your head is up in line with your spine. Take a breath. And with your exhalation, lift the butt bones up. Keep your gaze slightly forward as you drop back into your downward dog. One more time. And here you might notice all this freedom in the shoulder girdle and the neck. Just take 3 to 5 nice deep breaths here. If it feels nice, you can pedal through the heels a little bit. Find some nice easy movement. Deep breath into your back body. And then slowly releasing hips to heels. And we'll take the block again under your seat as we come to kneel, and then also your towel. So just take your towel and give it hold it long ways and give it a little roll. Doesn't have to be fancy or perfect or anything. And then you're going to take that right around your neck. I'm not sure about my microphone here. I think it's okay. And you're going to hold both ends of the towel. And then from here, lengthen down through the tailbone a little bit. Pull down on the towel. Sorry. Pull down on the towel. And go ahead and, it's a gentle pull down. Go ahead and drop your head back and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift your head. Gently pull down on the towel. Drop the head back just as far as feels right, and hold for 3, 2, 1, and lift your head. Gently pull down on the towel, dropping the head back as far as feels comfortable. So for me, if there's no pain, I can really let my head kind of rest on the towel, and I get a beautiful stretch to the front of the throat. Kind of almost lift the tip of your chin toward the sky. Relax, take your chin parallel, and let's just do 3 more. Pull down, head drops back. Maybe poke your chin toward the sky like a little underbite, a little like Marlon Brando. I could have been a contender. And come up. 2 more, a little pull down on the towel, drop your head back as far as feels right. If there's pain, don't go so deep. Chin pokes up, hold, and come up. 1 more time, pull down, lean back, chin up, and lift and release. And you can take your towel aside, bring your hands to your thighs. And one last time, just really sensing that entire shoulder girdle dropping down, a floating of the head, like imagining your head as a helium balloon, just kind of floating there on the top of the spine. Maybe a moment here to turn your awareness inward to your breath. Big inhale through the nose. Breathe it out the mouth. So I hope that helps. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for joining.